Okay. Now, when velocity is given, now we studied when refractive index is given, how to find the velocity. Suppose velocity is given, for example, velocity of light in diamond is 1,24,000 kilometer per second. Then what is its refractive index? Velocity of light in diamond is, previous two cases we found whenever the refractive index is given velocity we found. Now the velocity is given 1,24,000 kilometer per second. What is its refractive index? We can use the same formula. Refractive index N is equal to C by V. C by V, and C is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. It is nothing but 3 lakhs kilometer per second. Because here the unit is given in kilometer per second. Let us convert this one also. 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second is 3 lakhs kilometer per second. So N is equal to 3 lakhs by 1.24, that is 1,24,000. So when you cancel this one, 300 by 124, you get the answer. By cancelling this one, you get the answer 2.419, numerically equal to 2.4. So this is the refractive index of diamond. Refractive index of diamond is very high, 2.42. That is why diamond shines very much. When light fall on it, because of its high refractive index, it is shining. So here the question is giving the velocity and finding the refractive index. In the previous two cases, we find the velocity of light in different media when the refractive index is given. So this relation, it is very useful. You will get half mark questions, 1 mark questions, even 2 mark questions based on these questions. So almost maximum we use this formula. N is equal to C by V. Here C is a constant. The value of C always you have to remember this one, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, that is equal to 3 lakhs kilometer per second. So by substituting these values, V is the velocity of light in a particular, in a given medium, in a required medium. So C by V, 3 lakhs by 1,24,000, approximately we get the value 2.42. So again I said there is no unit for refractive index. Refractive index you don't write anything meter per second or anything. Refractive index is a mere number. It has no unit. So the answer is 2.42. So now you are able to do any problems regarding this refractive index and velocity using this formula. Now see another small question number. I forgot. Okay, let us try this one. I think 4 question problems we did. You continuously give the question number. What is the meaning of this question? First you see NGW, refractive index of glass with respect to water. Here we consider two media, one is glass and another one is water. When light rays enters from glass to water, that is the meaning NGW, refractive index of, I said you N21 means refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. So here NGW, refractive index of G for glass, W for water. Refractive index of glass with respect to water is equal to 9/8. Suppose light enters in the reverse way, that is from glass to water. So it becomes refractive index of glass with respect to, water with respect to glass. Refractive index of water with respect to glass. What is this? So the first class I gave you one formula. NAB is equal to 1/NDA. Or NDA is equal to 1/NAB. Anything, whatever it is, that mutually reciprocals, you can use this formula. So here we want N refractive index of water with respect to glass, that is the question, is equal to the reciprocal of N G bar glass with respect to, that is given. So answer is 1/9/8. That is the reciprocal of 9/8, 8/9. So very simple problems. If it is half mark question, you need not to do. You need not to do all these process, because we know NGW and NW, they are the reciprocal. 9/8 means 8/9. 2 means 1/2. 1/2 means 2. 1/3, 3. So like that, very easily you can find. NGW is 9/8. See the answer. NWG is reciprocal. Yes. But it is 1 mark question or 2 mark questions, you should show the procedure. Directly you can write the answer for half mark sessions, even 1 mark sessions. All these long procedure not necessary. Depend upon the marks of the question, you explain the process. Please copy it. So here this is the formula. We use the formula. NAB is equal to 1/NDA, or NDA is equal to 1/NAB. All formula we studied in the first class only. So today we studied some constants also, like velocity of light in air, velocity of light in glass, velocity of light in water. So all these constant, whenever you get free time, once you write and study, always we use this, such important, very, very important. Only we are discussing in this classes, very important. So all these are very important. Afternoon time or whenever you are free, after 2 classes, you don't have any more classes, only morning 2 periods. What you have to do is today's subject. Today only PS and NS. Afternoon 1 hour, the same subject you revise. So every chapter main points you will study before the school reopens, or every NS or PS or whatever it is. Every chapter, the main. Anupama, you are only. Okay, Anupama, please ask what is your doubt.
Sir, can you explain the same sum, sir?
I don't get you.
Can you explain the sum, sir, again?
Which one? Sons means which one? Last one, huh?
Yes, sir. Last one.
Okay. I erase and I'll explain you again.
Okay, sir.
So here the question is refractive index of glass with respect to water
Water.
is 9/8. Okay,
Yes,
this
sir.
is the question. Now, what is required then? What is refractive index of water with respect to glass? So I said you here we can consider any two medium. Medium always need not to be air and water. It can be first, it can travel from gas to water.
Water.
Or it can travel from air to water, any two medium, this is the general formula. So here, what formula we use? Refractive index of water, see the letters G, W, W. Here and there, that is the only difference. Is equal to the reciprocal or 1 by
1 by
G.
N G
Now
W.
substitute the values. What is 1 by 9/8? Reciprocal of 9/8 is 8 by 9.
8 by
That is
9.
answer. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
So whatever it is, if it is 1 by 2, the reciprocal will be 2. 2 by 3, the reciprocal will be 3 by 2. 4, 1 by 4. 1 by 4, 4. Very directly you can write the answer without doing all these process I am saying. This process is required if the mark is 1 or 2 mark. Because in big paper also this question will come. Many times they ask it. So directly you can write, no need all this one. 9/8 means 8 by 9 will come. Okay. Okay. So today our time is over. Tomorrow first I will give you the chance to clarify your doubt. Some children are raising your hand. Tomorrow the starting next class we have Friday. The starting itself. First I will give you the chance to clarify your doubt before going to the next session. And next we are going to study another topic than the next class. So whatever I ask you to is keep a notebook with you. If you are writing on a rough paper or something, copy that one into a fair book. Book not a problem. Last year, 9th class, how many balance paper will be there that you can use. And afternoon time or evening time, whenever you are free, again revise the same topic. Very less we are studying, but that is the major or the main content of the textbook, content of the particular chapter. So you don't throw it somewhere. That is very useful. We are getting 1 or 2 times revision it is. Now NS class, NSR will come and continue the class.
Good morning, children. Let us discuss life processes and heterotrophic nutrition. Let us recap last class contents again. In the last class, we discussed about definition of life processes. So, what is meant by a life process? Various functions are carried out by a living organism to maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. That means basic functions. What are the basic functions which are carried out by a living organism? Basic functions are the metabolic activities. So basic metabolic activities are carried out by living organisms. To maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. So the basic functions are carried out by living organisms to maintain their life on this earth are called life processes. We discussed life processes in the last class. What are the 7 main basic life processes which we all discussed? Digestive system, that means about nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, control and coordination, movement and growth, and reproduction. So these are the 7 main basic life processes which we all discussed in the last class. And nutrition. We discussed about nutrition and what are the contents present in the nutrition. The word nutrition comes from the nutrient. We discussed about nutrient. What is the nutrient? Nutrient is nothing but organic or an inorganic substance which gives energy to the living organism to do work, isn't it? And next, we discussed a little about heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition and their types also. Now let us discuss heterotrophic nutrition in detail. Heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. Here, the word heterotrophic. Hetero means others. Other or other. Trophe means nutrition or organism. That means here trophy means nourishment or nutrition or feeding of organism. Feeding. See here, heterotrophs. Heterotrophic nutrition. So in this type of nutrition, organism depends on other organism for their nutritional requirements. The organism depends on other organism. So in the heterotrophic nutrition, the organism which depends on other organism, that particular organisms are called as heterotrophs. The organisms are called as heterotrophs. So heterotrophs can perform heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophs can perform heterotrophic nutrition. See, in this heterotrophic nutrition, it is a type of nutrition. The organisms obtain their food from other organisms. Let us see types of heterotrophic nutrition. Types of heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition mainly divides into three categories. First one, Saprotrophic nutrition. First one, Saprotrophic nutrition. Second one, Parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. And third one, Holozoic nutrition. Heterotrophic nutrition. This is the mode of nutrition in living organisms. It is a dependent type of nutrition. The organisms which can perform heterotrophic nutrition, those organisms are called as heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. Heterotrophs can perform heterotrophic nutrition. So heterotrophs can obtain food from other sources like other living organisms or non-living sources. From the living sources or non-living sources which can obtain their food. So based on that reason, we are saying that those organisms are called heterotrophs. Heterotrophs. Next, here, first type of heterotrophic nutrition, that is saprophytic nutrition. Saprophytic nutrition. And the second one, parasitic nutrition. And third one, Holozoic nutrition. What are the specific examples for these three types of nutrition? Now, examples of saprophytic nutrition. Example like mushrooms, rhizopus or bread mouth. For parasitic nutrition, leech, tapeworm, and one of the parasitic plant, that is Cuscuta. Cuscuta. So one of the parasitic plant, that is Cuscuta. An example for holozoic nutrition are humans, animals, and some of the unicellular organisms like amoeba, or the examples for holozoic nutrition. For saprophytic nutrition, examples are fungi family species, mushrooms, rhizopus or bread mounds. Parasitic nutrition examples are leech or leeches, tapeworms, and one of the parasitic plant, that is Cuscuta. And holozoic nutrition examples are human beings and animals. Human beings and animals. This is a simple flow chart for heterotrophic nutrition. Let us discuss about saprotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophic nutrition. Look at the screen, children. Life processes. See here, the definition of life processes. The definition of life processes. Various functions carried out by living beings which are necessary to maintain and continue life are called life processes. We already discussed that. So try to write the definition in your notebooks, children. Try to maintain running notes. Please note down the definition. It's very, very important. Next, 7 main life processes we discussed. Those are nutrition, respiration, transportation, excretion, movement, and the last one, reproduction. For your convenience, I am representing these slides, children. Please note down each and every point. Next, nutrition. Here, the nutrition, the word nutrition, which comes from the word nutrient. So, nutrient, which is a substance, it is an organic or inorganic substance which provide 2 basic requirements of organisms, namely organic raw material and energy. Vivek, you raised your hand.
Yes,
Just
sir.
tell me your doubt.
Sir, in the before slide,
Yes.
there are only 6 main life processes, sir.
Okay, add one more. You can add one more.
Okay, sir.
Okay, it is typing mistake. That's it.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, next. Nageshwar Rao. Yes. Please tell me your doubt. Okay. Here, nutrition means Nageshwara Satvik. Yes, Satvik. What is the doubt, Nana?
Sir, I have in the boards a doubt. One say the heterotrophic nutrition definition, sir.
Okay. Please look at this slide. Heterotrophic nutrition. Look at this slide. Is it okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Heterotrophic nutrition. So in this slide, heterotrophic nutrition, the word heteros means other and trophe means nutrition. So heterotrophic nutrition means nutrition obtained from others. Nutrition obtained from others. So we already discussed that the organisms which obtain their nourishment from the other organisms or other sources. Surya Venkata Nagasai. Surya Venkata Nagasai. Yes, tell me. Surya Venkata Nagasai.
Sir.
Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, please tell me the examples of heterotrophic nutrition, sir.
Okay, now. Okay. I will explain one by one. Please look at the slide first. Please note down the definition. Here, all animals have heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So, heterotrophs generally, I gave one flow chart earlier. In that flow chart, saprotrophic nutrition, examples, mushrooms and bread mounds. In another heterotrophic nutrition, that is about parasitic mode of nutrition, leeches, tapeworms and Cuscuta. And holozoic nutrition, humans and animals are the examples for heterotrophic nutrition. So examples for heterotrophic nutrition are mushrooms, bread mounds, leeches, tapeworms, Cuscuta, humans and animals. See, the types of heterotrophic nutrition. Saprotrophic nutrition, parasitic nutrition, holozoic nutrition. These are the three types of heterotrophic nutrition. These are the three types of heterotrophic nutrition. Let us discuss about saprotrophic nutrition. Yes. Saprotrophic nutrition. So saprophytic or saprotrophic nutrition. I'm using the word saprophytic. Please note that saprotrophic nutrition is also known as saprotypic or saprophytic nutrition. Please note that saprotrophic nutrition is also known as saprophytic nutrition. Yes, here saprophytic nutrition is a nutrition in which an organism obtains its food from dead and decaying organic matter. So, decaying organic matter of dead plants, dead animals, and rotten bread, etc. So here, sapro means rotten. Please note down, sapro means rotten. So, these saprophytic organisms capture its food from rotten wood or dead and decaying trees, rotten leaves, dead animals, and household waste like rotten bread, etc. So, the organism having saprophytic or saprotrophic mode of nutrition are called saprophytes. So we can now say that saprophytes are the organisms which obtain their food from dead plants, dead and decaying animal bodies, and other decaying organic matter like rotten bread. Please note down, children. So examples for saprotrophic nutrition are bread molds, mushrooms, and yeast. Please add bread molds also here. Generally, saprophytic nutrition, the organisms which can perform saprotrophic nutrition, generally they are called saprophytes, or simply we can say saprobes. Here my question is, if these fungi family organisms are not performing decomposition process, what will happen? If these organisms are not dependent on dead and decaying matter, they are dependent means they are decomposing those particular matter. If they are not decaying that particular organic matter, what will happen? Yes, Magana? 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 Yes.
The whole world will be full of wastes
Very good, very good.
and
So
dead bodies,
generally the saprobes are anotherly called as?
decomposers.
Very good, very good. Good. Okay. We know that fungi and bacteria are a kind of plants or microorganisms. So we can also say that saprophytes are the plants which feed on dead and decaying organic matter. So what is the function of saprophytes? Yes, Surya Venkata Nagasai. Surya Venkata Nagasai, yes. Nagasai. Hello. Nagasai. Okay. So the main function of saprophytes are break down the complex organic molecules present in dead and decaying matter and convert them into simpler substances. They are converting more complex organic materials into simpler substances. That is a main function of saprophytes. So they can convert them into a simpler substances from outside their body, So these simpler substances are then absorbed by saprophytes as their food. So because of this particular decomposition process, they are called as recyclers too. Decomposers as well as recyclers. So example for decomposers are fungi and bacteria. Please note down. Example for recyclers or decomposers are fungi and bacteria. Let us move on to see next type of nutrition, that is parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition. So parasitic nutrition is that nutrition in which an organism derives its food from the body of another living organisms. Once again, the parasitic nutrition is that nutrition in which an organisms obtain their food from body of another living organisms. Generally, that living organism is called host. Okay, children? The organism which obtained food is called a parasite. The organism which obtained food is called a parasite, and the organism from whose body food is obtained is called the host. So we can now say that a parasite is an organism, plant or an animal, which feeds on another living organism. So this is also one of the dependent type of nutrition, like saprophytic nutrition, isn't it? This is also one of the dependent type of nutrition. So in saprophytic nutrition, the organism depends on dead matter or decaying matter. Those are not living matter. Whereas in parasitic nutrition, the organism depends on living organisms. That is the main difference between saprophytic nutrition and parasitic nutrition. Okay, children. In saprophytic nutrition, organisms depends on dead and decaying matter. Whereas in parasitic nutrition, organisms depends on living organism. So in parasite receive its food from host, but it gives no benefit to the host in return. Okay, children. But parasite, it's take food from host, but there is no benefit to the host in return. So a parasite usually harms the host. In parasitic nutrition, parasites usually harm the host body. Generally, the host may be a plant or an animal. Most of the diseases which affect mankind, his domestic animals and his crops, are caused by parasites. Some other examples of parasites are, other than Cuscuta and Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a parasite which causes malaria disease. Please note down. the microorganism Plasmodium, which causes malaria disease. Malaria. So other examples, some more examples of parasites are lice, leeches, and tapeworms. Apple cypod caseworm, please. What is your doubt? Hello? Caseworm. Please rename your name according to our list, children. Yes? Hello? Okay. So parasitic nutrition, it is also one of the dependent type of nutrition. Now let us,
Sir, one say the name of the microorganism, sir, which causes malaria.
yes, Plasmodium, the microorganism Plasmodium, which causes malaria. Plasmodium is a parasite which can cause malaria disease. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Nana, rename your name.
Whose name?
Okay. Now let us discuss about another type of nutrition, that is holozoic mode of nutrition. Holozoic nutrition. Next type of nutrition, that is holozoic nutrition. Here, holozoic nutrition means feeding on solid food. Please note down. Holozoic nutrition means feeding on solid food. Here, which may be a plant product or animal product, feeding on solid food. That is a plant product or a animal product. Here, holozoic nutrition means the most of the animals, including human beings, take the solid food into their body by the process of ingestion. That means intake of food. So, the process of ingestion, the ingested food is then digested into simpler substances, which are then absorbed into the cells of the body. So the undigested and unabsorbed waste materials are ejected of the body. So the entire process which resembles holozoic mode of nutrition. So which means feeding on solid food. So actual definition of holozoic nutrition is the holozoic nutrition is the nutrition in which an organism takes the complex organic food materials into its body by the process of ingestion. The ingested food is digested and then absorbed into the body cells of the organism. Here, the undigested and unabsorbed part of the food is ejected out of the body of the organism by the process of egestion. Human beings and the most of the animals have holozoic mode of nutrition. Best example for holozoic mode of nutrition are Other than amoeba and frog, man, cat, dog, deer, tiger, lion. So all these are the examples of holozoic mode of nutrition. Okay, next. This holozoic nutrition is a mode of nutrition. This is also one of the dependent type of nutrition. Let us observe holozoic nutrition in human beings. Nutrition in animals. Animals obtain their food from plants and animals, thus are called heterotrophs. We already discussed that. So basing on their intake of food, animals are divided into three categories: herbivores, carnivores, omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Let us observe nutrition in human beings now. Nutrition in human beings. Look at the next slide, children. Nutrition in humans. Nutrition in human beings takes place through human digestive system. Human digestive system. So the human digestive system consisting of the alimentary canal and its associative glands. Alimentary canal and associative glands. So the various organs of human digestive system in sequence. Let us see the picture. Look at here. The sequence are mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine. So these are the general parts in alimentary canal. Then associated glands, the glands which are associated with the human digestive system and forms a part of human digestive system are salivary glands, which are present in the oral cavity. This is the oral cavity, children. Oral cavity. Look at here. See, this is the region. Oral cavity. Here we can find salivary glands. Salivary glands. And another associative gland, that is nothing but liver. Heaviest organ. And another associative gland, that is about here, see, pancreas. Beside the duodenum, you can find pancreas. So in the alimentary canal, we can see the sequence here: mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. Whereas the glands which are associated with the human digestive system are salivary glands, liver, and pancreas. Okay. See, the human alimentary canal, which runs from the mouth to anus, is about 9 meters long tube. It is a 9 meters long tube from mouth region to up to anus. Up to anus. It is 9 meters long tube. It's a muscular tube-like structure. So the ducts of various glands open into the alimentary canal and pour the secretions of digestive juices into the alimentary canal. So the digestive system associated with from oral cavity to anus, different parts as well as associative glands. Okay, children. So in the next class, we discuss digestive system in detail. I hope you enjoyed my class. Thank you.